David Bandy here, and it is leg day again in the Formal Fitness Gym. Okay, now with any workout routine, it is always good to get a nice warm-up in before we get started. We want to wake up those muscles, activate those muscle groups before we overwork them. So I like to start with just a nice march. And I like to follow the music. It's good to have some nice music on to help you keep time as we go through those repetitions. So we're just going to get a nice march going. We're going to come up and out. We're just doing legs today, so you don't have to stretch those arms out if you don't want to, but it's kind of second nature for me. Okay, now we're going to kick those knees up a little higher, and we're going to twist, engage that core a little bit. This is legs, but we are going to be getting a little core action in as we do some of the floor routines. And kick those legs back. Bring those shoulders together. Some of these routines we are going to be on our arms as we work the legs, so it helps to stretch these muscle groups out as well, just so they don't become strained as you're holding yourself up. Okay, and we're going to kick that leg forward, nice and straight. Bring those arms up and down. Do not bend that knee. Leg comes straight up and down. We're getting a good stretch here in that upper thigh. Okay, turn around, kick that leg back. Do not bend the knee, nice straight legs. Arms come back with it, palms facing down. Okay, I think we're good and warmed up. Okay, we're going to just start with a nice squat. Just straight up and down on a nice 2 count. Feet are spread a little bit apart. You don't want them too close. And again, when we're squatting, we're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back. We're coming straight up and down. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Nice and vertical. Alright, double time. We're going to come down. We're going to get a nice bounce. Almost like you're on one of those bouncy toys. Just a nice, quick, repetitive motion. You should really start feeling it here in these quads. Alright, and come up. Woo! Alright, this time we're going to take it out. Nice wide stretch. And we're going to get a nice sumo squat. We're going to come down deep, come up. Leg goes straight out, nice and straight and back in on a nice 2 count. Out for 2, in for 2. Make sure you're getting a nice deep stretch in as you come down. Legs stay straight, do not bend the knee. Alright, on the floor, we're going to come forward on our palms. Tabletop position, if any of you guys do yoga. And we're just going to do a nice lift. This is a great exercise for the glutes. Just come up and press. Press the heel of your foot straight up. And if you want to make this more challenging on yourself, you can always throw a nice weight there behind the knee. Hold that in place. That's going to give you a little more resistance. But we're not doing repetitions. We're kind of just doing more of a fatigue exercise here. Alright, and onto the other side. Again, just straight up. Nice repetitive motion. The higher up you go, the more of a stretch you're going to get in that glute. And you just want to keep that leg nice and straight. Heel comes straight up in the air, almost like somebody's behind you and you're kicking them in the chin. Just nice, straight up and down. Okay, back to the right. This time we're going to stay up and pulse. We're not coming down, we're staying up, pulsing, getting a nice tight stretch there on that inner glute. You're also going to feel it in your quad a little bit. We've been working those quads all day. Alright, and down. I just like to follow along with the music when I go. You can kind of tell when it's time to move on. You'll also start to feel it. Usually when I start to feel that fatigue, I try to push for another 5 to 10 seconds, just breathe deep through that fatigue, and then I move on. And again, we're feeling it in that quad. Alright, and down, nice. Woo! Nice. Alright, we're going to come back around. I have one more exercise to show you guys in this position. This time the leg comes straight out. We're going to come all the way to the side this way. We're going to come in, and then we're going to come all the way to the other side. So just a nice movement here. You don't want to go, you want to have a nice speed, but you don't want to go too fast because you don't want to sacrifice your form. You want to make sure you're getting that full stretch in on both sides. And that is one full rotation from one side to the other and back. And what's odd is you think you're going to feel it in the right leg because that's the leg we're working, but you're really feeling it here in this left leg as it supports the body. Okay, switch sides. Again, just a nice quick motion, but make sure we're maintaining our form, getting a good stretch in. This is going to be a little harder because we've been on this leg the whole time, so those muscles are really screaming at us as we go through this, but it's important to get that good deep stretch in. We're working all these muscle groups here in the midsection. Okay, alright, this time we're going to come up on those feet, nice and straight, and we're just going to come up. We're raising that pelvis off the ground, almost like we're humping the ceiling. Just come up on a nice 2 count, up for 2, down for 2. Alright, double time. We're going to stay up and we're going to pulse. You want to make it harder, come up on those elbows, extend that back off the ground. And down. This time we're going to come down on the stomach. Arms come forward, and we're just going to lift that leg up and down. Nice 2 count. Do not bend that knee. Keep that leg nice and straight. Breathe through that fatigue. Alright, left side. Again, just straight up and down. Alright, now we're going to alternate like we did before. Right's going to come up. We're going to do that, lift that arm up with it, get a good stretch across the back there. And the other side comes up. This is also a good stretch for that lower back. There aren't a lot of exercises that get deep into that lower back, but it's good to keep that strong as well. That's going to prevent pulling those nerves in the sciatic region. Again, just maintaining that nice 2 count up and down. Okay, we're moving on. This time we're coming down to our back. And you want that back nice and flat against the floor. That's going to keep you from overworking those lower back muscles. We're doing legs here, we're not worried about the lower back. And first we're just going to start with leg lifts. I'm going to do the right leg first. Come up as high as you can. If you can't come all the way up, that's fine. You just want to get that movement in. We're strengthening those hip bands. The more you work on those hip bands, you're going to find that you're going to have an easier time getting into these exercises. So again, just a nice 2 count up and down. You want that fatigue in the muscle. Good. Left side. Straight up and down. You may even find that one leg's easier than the other, and that's fine. If that's the case, say the right leg's stronger than the left, you may want to do a little more repetition on the left side to give it more of an edge. It's good to keep both sides, whether it's lower body, upper body, you want to develop them at the same rate. Okay, down. This time we're going to cross. So we're going to lift one leg, comes up, the opposite leg comes up. If you're adventurous enough, try to come all the way up and touch that toe. But just come up as far as you can. And we're going to alternate. I can come up to about the knee. And what's great about this is we're engaging that core a little bit, where the core connects to the those hip bands. And anytime you engage the core, really, it's a good workout. You're going to get more of a sweat going. You're beefing up that metabolism, which is important for weight loss. Okay. Alright, this time, knees come up and out. In for 2 and out for 2. In for 2, out for 2. Getting our quads into this stretch a little bit. Just a nice 2 count. In for 2, out for 2. Make sure we're maintaining that form. This one's hard, you guys. It's easy to lose our form on this as we fatigue. So you just want to breathe deep and push through it. Nice. Alright, this time we're going to take that knee. It's going to come out to the side. Just like this. Nice up and down 2 count. Again, getting a good stretch out here. Alright, I'm going to turn around so you can see here as we do the other side. Again, just a nice 2 count straight up and down. Alright, back to the other side. This time we're going to come up and we're going to pulse. We're going to stay up. We're going to pulse. One thing I love about this exercise, it always reminds me of a dog at a fire hydrant. Bringing that leg up. You're gonna really start feeling it, guys. I am. Just breathe through that fatigue. You wanna get a nice full set in. And down, up. All right, other side. Again, staying up. Just a nice quick pulse. Really get those muscle groups engaged. Just breathe deep, guys. I know it hurts. This is good pain though, because we're building muscle. We're strengthening those hip bands. You just gotta keep going. Don't slow down, just breathe deep. And nice. This time, our feet are gonna come together like this. Knees come to the side. And we're gonna come up again. Nice 2 count. Raising that lower back up off the ground. Bringing a nice stretch there on those outer glutes, and we're also getting really deep into that inner thigh. This is a hard muscle here to work, but it's an important one because it's indicative of strengthening those hip bands. And strong hip bands, that's going to help with balance. Not just in the exercise room, but out in the world too. So it's good to keep those hip bands nice and tight. All right, now this time we're gonna come up, and we're gonna stay up, and we're gonna pulse. So come up, nice pulse. Just up and down, quick movement, staying nice and high. Again, if you wanna make that harder, put those elbows down, come up off the back a little more. You're gonna feel it. You get a nice deeper stretch in there the higher you come up. All right, exercise everybody. Coming down to our side here. Arm is straight across, leg straight out. And we're just gonna come up and down on a nice 2 count. Up for 2, down for 2. Almost like a scissor kick. Whew. We're gonna switch sides. What we do to one side, we always do to the other. Again, arm down, leg straight out. And we're on a 2 count, straight up and down. All right. Back on to the other side. This time, you guessed it, we're gonna come up and we're gonna pulse. Pulsing is one of the best ways to get a good fatigue in that muscle. And when you come up and you stay up, you're getting a much deeper stretch. And this is just a great workout for, again, those glutes, that outer thigh where the outer thigh connects to the glute. This is also a good exercise if you've got those resistance bands. Whew. And we've got to tackle the other side. All right. Again, we're going to come up. We're just going to pulse. Nice and high, stay up. Get a good deep stretch here where that outer thigh connects to the glute. We're going to move into some nice stretching. So first I'm just going to come up on those knees. Arms come back. Pull those arms back. Reach that chest, stretch it into the ceiling. Lean back. We're stretching out that lower back. Stretching out those quads as we come back. Again, 15 to 20 second hold on that. All right. Now we're gonna come down, knee to the side. Leg comes in toward the crotch, other leg goes straight back. Arms are gonna go behind our backs. We're gonna push ourselves up off the ground. Lift up those hips, lift up those thighs. Just hold that for 15 to 20 seconds. The higher up you come, the deeper stretch you're gonna get into those muscles. Switch sides. Again, hands behind our back. Come straight up. 15 to 20 seconds. The higher up you come, the deeper stretch you're going to get into those muscle groups. Alright. Legs come together this time. Or feet come together, sorry. We're just going to lean forward. Try and grab those ankles if you can. And just come forward. Getting a nice stretch into those inner thighs and that lower back. And again, hold that for 15 to 20 seconds. Alright, this time, left leg is straight out. Right leg comes in. And we're just going to lean forward. Try and touch that toe. If you have to bend your knee a little bit, that's fine, I do. But try to keep it as straight as you can. You're getting a nice deep stretch in here. Again, 15 to 20 seconds. We're going to switch sides. Again, 15 to 20 seconds. Whew. All right. So that was legs. I hope you got as good of a workout in as I did. I've got a nice sweat going. So until next time.